Okay, so right now we are going to go through some of these puzzles and try to solve them without using these hints. But if you're stuck, go ahead and use these hints. The first hint on this one is to draw a diagonal. Now, the reason we're doing this is we're trying to find the center of the circle, the center of this square, so we can draw our circle there. Now, that's helpful. Now, another line would be helpful too. Okay. Now, you may have gotten to this point and started drawing your circle and drawn something like this and been frustrated that it didn't accept that answer. Now, the reason it doesn't accept that is because when you drew that circle, there was nothing that snapped it in place on the edge of that square. In other words, you could have been doing this just a millimeter underneath or a millimeter over, and you couldn't guarantee it was right on the edge of that square. So the way you add certainty to this is by adding an extra thing like this. So now this gives us this point right there. And now when we draw our circle, it's going to snap right here to the edge. So that's the solution. Now this one, we didn't get all the stars because we actually didn't. We could have done this in fewer lines. Maybe you could try doing it next time in fewer lines. Okay, next one. Let's try this. Oh, this is just introducing this tool to kind of move things around. Supposed to drag this or something? Yeah, that's all. Okay, this next one. Okay, for this one, the first hint I'm going to give you is to draw a diagonal across. Okay. The reason for this is because this rhombus is going to have the center of it's going to be there. Now, we're not going to really learn this yet, or we haven't learned this yet, but we'll learn it later. One of the things about rhombuses is their diagonals are the same length. So we're going to draw this shape right here. This is the perpendicular bisector, and the rhombus is going to get built up like this. And again, we can prove later why this works, but that's the hint there on 1.5. Okay, 1.6, we got to find the center of this circle. So it's going to look something like this. Obviously, it's not going to accept that because we're not sure it's the center. So let's think of how to find the center. One thing we can do here is I can just pick two random points like that. As long as they're on the circle, then it's fine. Now, an interesting property here about these things on a circle is that they will always find a center, right? If I draw another one, it's going to find a center. If I draw another one, these will all hit the center. So obviously didn't need that many, but you're going to be using your perpendicular bisector tool on this guy. Okay, this one, we need to inscribe a square inside the circle. Okay, hint number one. Let's go ahead and draw a line across from here to here. Okay. Hint number two. Let's use the perpendicular bisector tool to get some points there on the other side. And now you should be seeing it. We've got points all along our circle, and you can draw those lines right there. Okay, so we did this. Now we're missing one star. I think if you go back and do it with fewer lines or solve it in a different way, you can get that extra star. But again, don't worry about it. The main thing is to solve this. Okay, so now that has taken us, we've unlocked everything in this first one here. And now we've got to go and try the number two ones.